Whoa, hey, ho, hey, Copernicus. Whoa, hey. Welcome back,
Whoa.
everyone. This is episode 131 on the 18th of July, 2021 for Super Kelly Brothers podcast. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Welcome back, everyone. What a
Welcome.
fun-packed show we have today where I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be drooling over a piece of technology.
Yeah. So am I.
Mm-hmm.
It was not expected.
Yeah. Shall we just dive right in?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Steam Deck from Valve.
Mm-hmm.
This dropped, as they say, as the kids say. You can see that it is a handheld console that runs Steam PC games. It's basically a PC with a controller, like a controller built into it. And it's not the first one that's been out there, but price wise, it's quite cheap compared to the other ones that are out there. And Gabe Neal's been talking about this, and he says that it's like they're making this at a loss because they want people to buy Steam games, basically. So yeah, it's a PC in a handheld. It's got a 7-inch screen, not OLED, but it's a 7-inch screen. I'll go through the specs in just a sec, but I just want to show you these sort of images here. This is from the website, steamdeck.com. Your Steam library is already on your deck. It's running SteamOS built in, so you don't have to install anything. It's all a contained unit. Some games won't work though. We know this because not all games run on SteamOS. However, it does have Wine and Protos or something, or Proton built in, which allows some games to play, but we don't know how well they're going to play. However, if you're feeling adventurous and you're a bit of a tech head, you could install Windows in this thing. So you basically get the full compatibility.
Yeah, you can basically plug this into a monitor, and it's and a keyboard, and it's a PC, a high-spec PC.
So there's a dock coming soon, but any USB-C hub will work with this. So you plug the USB-C hub in there, plug in a keyboard and mouse, you got a fully working desktop PC. Plug it into, and that plugs into the monitor. It's HDMI through the USB-C. There you go. Power on, sign in, play your Steam games, and you can see here that there's touchpads either side of there. There's also the analog sticks. There's enough shoulder buttons to choke a duck. There's just I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've been watching them too much.
I know. Yeah. It's got a dedicated Steam button, obviously, because you need a dedicated whatever thing it is button. Store button. Yeah. It's got two thumb pads that act like
mouse
pads, but it's also got a gesture thing, so you can like hold it in and kind of like look around corners. It's got a gyroscope built in. I've seen that.
And also the. Are you going to tell me that? Are you going to tell me the same thing I'm going to tell you?
The thumbsticks. It knows when you're touching the thumbsticks.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Yep.
Which is quite interesting, because that means it will disable other things that when you're not touching the thumbsticks, which I thought was very clever.
Very.
Is that what you were going to say?
New? Is that? Yeah, it was. And is that a new thing? Is that a new thing?
I've never seen it before.
Neither have I.
I mean, it basically looks like a Steam. Oops, it looks like a Switch Lite on steroids.
But it's big. It's a big unit. It's like,
apparently it's not that much bigger than like a normal Switch. I know the Switch Lite is smaller, but the Switch itself it's slightly heavier and it's slightly bigger that way and that way.
Yeah, I think that the Switch is probably, if you don't scroll down yet, if you go back to that image, I think the Switch Lite probably finishes at with the cursor pad on the left hand side.
Oh, just here. Yeah.
I think it probably finishes there. And
it's probably an inch either side.
Yes.
So price-wise, these are the Canadian prices. So I apologize in advance. There's Canadian. So it's $500 for the base model, which has got 64 gig built-in storage. The middle one is 256 gig built-in storage, and the big expensive one is 512 gig storage. However, they all come with a micro SD slot, so you can put as much storage in there as you want. You can swap it out and put in other ones as well. So it's not just... Oh, and apparently any game that's on the SD card will be automatically picked up by the OS if you're using SteamOS, and it will be added to your library so you can play it straight away. So you could, in theory, carry 3 or 4 of these things around and just hot swap them.
So, tell me this then. What is the benefit of buying the more... see if they're all it's expandable. What's the benefit of buying the bigger storage?
I'm glad you asked that question. So this
is not scripted.
The smaller one that I was just about to go into that actually. The smaller one uses cheaper eMMC internal storage, which is quite slow. The next one up from that uses NVMe internal storage, and then there's another one up from that as well. So the middle one is better, and then the more expensive one is like the best internal storage memory. The other thing is that and it just says there it's got premium anti-glare etched glass, so it's got a better glass on top of the screen as well, so it's going to be less prone to scratches. And that's the other thing as well. So
this is exciting. Now
this is very exciting. A lot of people, you're either very excited by this or you hate Valve.
Now tell me this, right? How did they keep this a secret? Or did people know about this? Or was
no idea.
This just seemed to come out of the blue completely.
Yeah, it was almost like they were waiting for the Switch Pro.
Well, I think they were. But
and when it didn't arrive, they're like, well, we should probably release this thing anyway. So they dumped this out, just like, here you go, guys.
They must have had a tip off then that the OLED Switch was going to come out.
Yeah, maybe
they're like, right now we announced this.
Yeah, this isn't OLED though. This is just a standard LED screen.
No, but my point is that the Switch Pro is not a Switch Pro. It's just
a
slightly better
Switch. OLED Switch, yeah.
Whereas this thing is all singing, all dancing.
It's a PC in your pocket almost, if you get big pockets.
100%.
I day one this. I went on the Steam powered website and I put down a deposit of $5.70. And it says start shipping December 2021. By the time I got in there was a few glitches. Like the servers were not. This is quite a high demand product. The servers weren't up for it. Yeah. So I had to refresh the page a few times and like click things and wait for stuff because it kept erroring out. Eventually got through, and basically did the Philip J. Fry meme, take my money. It starts shipping December 21, but I will be getting mine in Q1 2022. So that's the earliest I'm going to get it. So,
really?
Yeah.
No.
But it's fine. I tell you what, I'll have it in time for my holidays.
If I don't have one of my grubby hands, which I probably will have one of my grubby hands, but if I don't, then but I will. But then I'll see yours.
Oh yeah, I know. I'll be bringing it across because I'll be using it on the plane. Yeah, I mean this is great. So battery life is not particularly great. You basically have to sort of calm down your specification when you're playing the game. So like go down to 30 frames per second, put it on medium quality, and you'll get between 4 and 8 hours.
That's good.
But if you crank it all the way up, you'll probably get about 2 hours out of this. It's a 40 watt hour battery, I think it is, that's in it. So it's not too great.
You only get 2.5, 3 hours out of a Switch. So that's good.
Yeah. So I won't go to the tech specs there, but I will actually go to the tech specs over here on Eurogamer because they actually compare it with and I'll just zoom this in so you can see it. They compare this with the Xbox Series S,
right?
Which is quite a good comparison. I quite like the way they did this. So you see that the GPU architecture is exactly the same, RDNA2. GPU frequency. I don't know if that's burst mode or if that's like sustained 1.6, but that's slightly better than the Series S. The CPU itself, it's got 8 virtual threads, or on the Steam Deck, the Xbox Series S has 16 threads, so it's 8 core, 16 threads. There's usually 2 threads per core. The memory, though, here's an interesting thing. 16 gig of RAM, 10 gig of RAM on the S, 8 gig available to games. So you get double the amount of RAM in this thing.
That's interesting. That was the thing for me when I first saw this thing coming out. I thought, is this a next gen handheld? Sounds like it is.
I think it's this gen handheld.
But I'm talking about as a next gen as Series S and PS5. It is comparable with those consoles.
I think it's definitely comparable with that.
Very good news, because people are saying it's comparable with a PS4, but clearly by these stats, it's Xbox.
Yeah, I mean it's
next gen.
There's 4 less cores, half the number of threads, but I mean it's still a capable CPU, and it's an APU. The whole thing's on one chip. So the graphics, it's the same as the chip I've got in my machine just now. It's the graphics card is built into the die that the CPU's on, so it should in theory use less power. I don't know if the RAM's bolted into the chip thing. Could be. Could just be one big massive chip in the middle of the board. Who knows? My only concern is if the thumbsticks go, which invariably they probably will. Like, how easy is that going to be to repair?
Well, no, I would say that's not an issue unless you're a Switch owner. You've got a PS Vita. I've got a PS Vita.
Yeah,
that was never an issue.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
So
this is the IGN video that the guy did. He got hands on.
Yeah, what I was thinking about as well was the Switch now has a rival. PlayStation has been too frightened or not too frightened. PlayStation has ditched the Vita, right? So there's no Sony rivalry.
Yeah,
Microsoft haven't went in there yet.
No,
Valve have filled that space as a really solid rival to Switch.
Yeah.
The only thing about Switch, obviously, is the only thing about Switch is obviously Nintendo have their exclusive games, which obviously we all love and all that. But this is a total game changer.
Where is it? So this is them playing it handheld mode. Oh, Death Stranding as well. And then
so you can play them on your monitor and stuff as well.
Yeah, and you just plug it in, put the keyboard in. By the way, I have that keyboard. And there you go. You're plugging it into the monitor, and it's just it's a PC. And there's another bit as well where he's getting stuck at a game, and he's where is it? Where is he? Oh yeah, here it is here. So yeah, there you go. There's a web browser. This is him just playing in a web browser. So I'm gonna stop sharing there. But that means that you can watch Netflix on there. You can download movies. It's a full OS. I mean, it's a PC in your pocket. And I know I don't want to fanboy too much over this. With there are other companies that make this, but this is the first time where I've thought to myself, this thing might actually work. And maybe that's just the marketing people at Valve are good at convincing me, because they're pretty good every summer sale. It convinced me I have to buy a game, or two.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Yeah, it feels like it's the thing I was looking for a portable PC.
To me, the control wise, though, like we were talking about the thumbsticks and things, plus those mouse pad touchpads. To me, I've never seen that either. So it's unique to the system, and you can. And the guy, I think it was the guys from Valve were saying it's very similar to like if you're used to working a mouse It's a very similar kind of control system. So yes, please.
I know.
You know.
So I'm
really,
very
really
excited
exciting.
about it.
Very exciting news.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they kept it secret.
I don't know.
Or
tell you something, it's going to be a nice wee late birthday present for me. I'm basically disguising. I don't want to show my age, but I'm basically saying this is my 50th to myself. That's my justification.
Is that this year?
Aye, end of the year. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. On that bombshell, do we have any more? No, we don't have any more of that. A couple of new trailers dropped. One of them was this one, which I thought was really nice.
Hello and welcome to the Grand Tour.
Yes.
This promises to be the most beautiful drive we have ever done.
Scotland, hey! One of the most beautiful countries in the world. By the way,
We're entering Scotland.
That is a bit bum squeaky there,
I'm
Clarkson.
looking forward to this as well. So this is coming out at the end of the month, July 30th, I think it is.
Stand back.
Yeah. So this is their lockdown, they're calling it.
Lockdown, yeah.
They're beautiful cars, man.
I'll just fast forward to the end there. There's a bit at the end which I thought was hilarious. This bit. He's trying to get the filters.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Do you know what they look so old now, though, don't they?
Oh, they do, yeah.
Even Hammond's starting to look old.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry, gratuitous armpit shot.
Nobody wants to see that.
No. Yeah, but no. Hopefully it'll be good. You know, I love the fish semen.
Yeah, I watched that recently as well. Yeah. Again,
the second one wasn't as good.
Yeah, that was the treasure one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
yeah,
wasn't
the Madagascar special. I don't know. I think they kind of hyped it up too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when I saw the trailer for it, I didn't think it was that funny, and it wasn't. But I thought the trailer for the semen one was hilarious, and I really liked the trailer for this lockdown thing.
I'm hyped up because I love the farming Clarkson farming show.
Clarkson farming show that deserves to win a few BAFTA TV awards. That show.
So good.
I mean, say what you want about Clarkson, he knows how to make a television show. It's amazing. And I liked how, I mean, I think Clarkson's very clever and like he's cultivated this loutish persona for Top Gear and the Grand Tour. But I think outside of that, he's quite deferential to people who actually know what they're talking about. He's not all like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'll do it myself.
But then he's maybe toned down a bit as he's got older.
That could be that as well, yeah.
You know, as we all do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm totally on board for it.
Yeah.
I always like the specials anyway, and it seems as if that's what they're doing. So
that's all they're doing. Amazon basically told them to ditch the tent, and so that's what they've done. In fact, they wound the company down. Chump and Son. That's now gone. It's a third party that makes the specials for Amazon now.
Oh, really?
And they just contract us to them. So.
All right, okay. But they're making millions out of Amazon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Aye. But no, it's good. Do you know what it is? It's the genuine friendship they have. You can't fake that. You know what I mean? And kind of taking the piss out each other and stuff like that. Whereas I don't know if you've seen the Top Gear with Freddie Flintoff and Paddy McGuinness and all
that. Chris Harris, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good. I like that guy, Chris Harris, but I always feel as if he was getting a bit bullied in a way sometimes by the two of them. And it kind of put me off watching it.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, a bit of banter and stuff, but...
Yeah, but when they start like punching each other and doing atomic wedges and stuff like that, it's a bit much.
And when one guy is getting kind of singled out, I think it's a wee bit. I don't like. I felt it was uncomfortable watching sometimes.
Did you ever watch the American one with Rutledge Wood? Adam, he was in those things. God, what was the guy? And Tanner Faust. They were good.
No, but did they not come up against the UK guys in an episode of Top Gear?
I think they might have done. It was the Australian one as well, but the first season of theirs is pretty unwatchable. But the second season is really good. Like second season onwards is really good, and then of course they canned it, and now they get new people in for that, which is Dax Shepard and Rob Corddry are the two guys they've got in. Well, there's another guy. Dax Shepard.
I mean, that could only be an American person's name, couldn't it?
Well, Dax Shepard was the astronaut.
Zach WhatsApp. And it's like, what? Was that your name?
Was the astronaut? I'm going to fight through this. Was the astronaut in Zathura?
Pooh Wonderland.
What are you
I don't know.
Anyway, talking of stupid names, these guys. So we have reactions.
Hello there, and what's up, reaction faction?
We have reaction videos. In fact, we have one for the Loki finale coming out tomorrow at 5 p.m. My time and 10 p.m. UK time.
Where are the fucking dogs? So this week,
this is just priceless.
This is so good.
A year ago.
So.
And
wait, it's still not out. It's still not coming out until August.
Not my first choice, but
I know
everyone else was too busy over on.
August isn't far away, though.
Say hello, Korg.
This is just awesome. That's a crossover as well.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
people are losing
MCU.
their poop about this. They're basically saying this means Deadpool is now in the MCU.
Yeah.
Which give an end it. This is good as well.
Have a dream, chase use that dream, sabotage all sorts of happiness in pursuit of that dream, to the peaks of it, and when you get to the top,
the director,
Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
At that point,
I was going to say Tanika Tikaram.
Your agent saying,
Tanika Tikaram. No.
Yeah, I prefer Dark.
Who I used to look like, by the way. If you realise that now.
Did you hear that about the end there?
What was that?
He's going, climb up to the tree and then wait for your emails. And he looked at it and goes, yeah, I prefer Thor Dark World.
Like, by the way, no one's ever said that ever.
No one's ever said no.
No.
No,
that's good. It's really good. And it's a good crossover. And, that's going to be funny.
I'm looking forward to Free Guy as well when it gets released. I mean, geez, at this point, the title is almost ironic.
Yeah.
Free Guy. I don't know if that works. So the reason why is because Taika Waititi is in. He plays the bad guy. I think he plays the guy trying to shut the game down. And Free Guy. Yeah. And that's why he's in it. And that's obviously why they dressed up as their MCU characters, because that sells pictures. And also,
the internet must have blown up.
It did, yeah. Oh no, there's fan theories. There's whole things about crossovers. This confirms Doc Ock is back and all this kind of stuff. They've just they've gone from that to Kaiser Soze.
It's a large leap, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, people are losing their poop over this.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Which is good. People need something to do during whatever this is that we're doing. So that's that. Netflix. Here's one for you. Didn't see this one coming, did you? No.
Oh, wow. I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
That is the world's biggest advert. How do you get rid of that? Well, I guess I can get rid of that. Let me just share my screen here. Netflix. They're gonna offer video games.
This is big.
How's this going to work? I mean, I'm hoping it's not like Bandersnatch type video games as much as I like them, but I mean, I hope this is like video games. So yeah, Vice President of Game Development.
This is a complete game changer.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Yeah, this is a total. Well, look. If they do this, and it's not an extra. You don't pay any extra for this, by the way.
No, they're saying it's
when it
not.
first
No,
starts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can play Red Dead Redemption 2 and plug a
virtual reality headset.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
They're saying it's done through Oculus.
A controller
Mm-hmm.
through Oculus.
Yeah, it says in charge of working with developers to bring games and other content to Oculus virtual reality headsets. Oh, right. Sorry, Verde was previously at Facebook's vice president.
Yes.
Sorry.
Aye. No, this is going to be like you're sitting with a controller as if you're at a PlayStation, but you can just play games.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying here is the games will appear alongside current fare as a new programming genre, similar to what Netflix did with documentaries and stand-up specials. Netflix shares gained this is from Bloomberg, by the way, so this is why you get this here. Netflix shares gained as much as 2.8%, which is, I don't think it's anything to do with this announcement, but there you go.
But then this is Netflix. Is this not Netflix spending money again?
Money that they don't have.
They don't have.
Yes. It's funny how we both jumped to that one. This is basically them. They got a loan and now they're like making it rain.
Yeah, like a stripper.
Yeah, they get the gun. You know those guns that fire out $1 bills.
Yeah.
Those things.
Yeah. So is this not them doing that again? But the people will jump in this. You know, if they can make this work, Google couldn't make it work.
No, they couldn't.
Stadia. But I think for Netflix, this is, if they can make this work, this is massive. But they also need to get game companies to sign up to it as well.
Yeah.
So they need some big, AAA games for people to jump onto. It can't just be Frogger and Candy Crush. You know, it's got to be something.
It's going to start out like that. I mean, every game, like all of these things have got, like Apple's got its what's it called, Apple Arcade or something it's called. So they're well with it.
Sky have it, but it's just like, it's like Doodle Jump and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, Crossy Road, is that on it?
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah. So it's kind of simple games. I mean, my hope would be it is streaming Red Dead Redemption or something. Like that. You just do what you do with Netflix, where it's like you just pick it up where you left off from it. Which would be interesting if it's available in mobile as well, because then you just plug a Bluetooth into that.
Amazing.
That'd be kind of interesting. I won't care anyway because I've got my Steam Deck. Not Stream Deck is something else. Anyway, so yeah, Netflix is going to offer games with money they don't have.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how it works. But no.
It says that is planning an expansion into video games and has hired a former Electronics Art Facebook executive to lead the effort. The idea is to offer video games on the platform, but it doesn't say, like, company doesn't currently plan to charge extra for the content. But that's it. That's the only thing that it says. Yeah. So I don't know. They've hired some game dude. So
don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see.
Good news, Jody.
Yes.
Black Widow made $60 million on Disney Plus alone.
Good.
Which is this good though?
No,
is that
it's good? Not actually. It's not when you break the numbers down, it's not that good. But it did make a good amount of money in the cinema.
Yeah. It's got overtaken by somebody today or this weekend. Yeah. No, not Regina King. No, still not Regina King.
If you average like a family of 3 or 4 people watching that movie at 60 million, and the amount of bums and seats they would have had in the cinema.
There you go.
You know,
yeah. So there's a little bit of fallout from that 60. Anyway, it's interesting. So getting back to this story, and we'll talk to that because I just saw that one there and I was like, oh, that's shiny. So there's Florence Pugh there running. For those of you watching on a podcast, they made 60 million in Disney Plus. The reason why it's saying is that good is because Disney and every other streaming service that does this kind of thing does not release figures like this. They don't do that, so that nobody knows if that's good or not.
Yeah.
I think 60 million for an opening weekend is okay, but I don't know.
That's the first.
Are they going to get more money from that?
That's the first time they've ever released the numbers.
It is, yeah.
The first one they did was Milan. Never released the numbers.
Never released it, yeah.
The next one was Raya, and then Cruella, and then this one. So this is the one they're most comfortable with releasing the numbers. But
all the Pixar ones have been free. Just saying.
And they've been free, yeah. Luca and Soul.
Yep.
Which, by the way, have been absolutely solid. Have you seen Luca yet?
No.
Really?
We started watching it, and Anna Marie screamed bored.
Really?
And Sam was like, I don't want to watch this. So there you go.
I think they've been solid films. Raya's a terrific film. I thought Raya was brilliant. Really terrific. Oh, that's a great film, Sloan. By the way, change the characters in Raya. That could be a cracking Star Wars animated movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, aye. I thought it was absolutely cracking. I thought it was absolute quality. Really good. Yeah. You look at the 60 million, break that down to 4 people per family, per household, or whatever. 4 people in a household, and you're not looking at great numbers there. But so it's done pretty well in the cinema. It's blasted past 9 and stuff. So considering it's lockdown, considering we had the option to watch it in the house, that was a great option for us.
2 million families bought Black Widow. So that's 2 million households, which is out of their, what have they got, 60 million subscribers? So what is that? 2 over 6? 2 over 60.
But do you know what it is as well?
That's only 3% of their population.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
But I mean, I waited till because if you're a Disney Plus subscriber, you know that's going to come free soon.
Yeah,
you just wait.
Yeah, you just
I did that with Raya. Yeah, I did it with Raya. I did it with Milan. I've not even watched Milan actually.
No, neither have I. So it got 158 million worldwide in the global box office, and it got 60 million in Disney Plus. However, the movie theaters are blaming Black Widow's box office collapse. Who's this guy? I don't know that guy. On Disney Plus launch, which I mean, I could see that. Yeah.
Can I just nip for 2 seconds? Don't stop. Sorry.
I feel I have to stop, dear viewers. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back. The only other thing was, and I've got this in the rundown, so I've got to talk about it, is the set pictures for Indy 5.
Yeah.
I have a couple of pictures I want to show. So it's got gracious carpets, welcome home, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins. So this movie's set in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Fun
this
fact.
Is everywhere, by the way. This is not really exclusive anymore because this is all over the place. But yeah.
But yeah,
it's such a big thing in Glasgow just now. In fact, I was saying to you, Sloan, that me and Danny are going to go there tomorrow. He's not that fussed about it, but I am. I think it'd be good if I go to Indiana Jones, I'll be like that to myself. Well done.
Yeah.
No, he's not that bothered, but
yeah,
do it for your dad.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Go treat yourself.
So, doing that tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all there is for news. Shall we move on to the next segment? So, what are you watching?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What have I been watching? We didn't have a movie night on Friday.
No, that did we.
Did you not?
That's weird. No.
That's funny.
No, Henry was out. She was doing her. She's got a writers group she goes to. So yeah,
right, cool.
So
no, well, Hannah was
outside.
here, so Hannah was here, so we thought it'd be a bit, we'll sit and have a conversation and stuff.
Yeah,
have a nice time.
Did you sit around the chimney?
Well, we've got our patio kind of down now, so
nice.
We sat outside for a bit and stuff, and it was nice. We sat outside the following morning as well. So yeah, it's looking nice.
Nice.
Tight.
Chimneys are tight.
Yeah. So we didn't do
Sorry,
that,
Ryan.
But we did watch the Wish Dragon. It's an animation. Nothing. It's an animation. I didn't really dig. I didn't dig it.
No.
And don't think Danny really. We watched about an hour of it, and it was kind of okay.
Dragon.
It's a Sony Animations movie as well.
Dragon.
It was Dragon. Yeah. It wasn't really grabbing us, so can't really recommend it. We watched Matrix again, because Danny likes
The
it.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Does he like it, or does he like the propeller heads bit?
Oh, who doesn't? The music's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh God, Is Chemical Brothers in that as well, or is it just all propeller heads?
I'm not sure.
Let's not keep doing that.
I know. We got a copyright strike against us.
I know. Right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he watched that. We watched. It's all kids' movies this week, really. Bill.
Don't know.
Watched that, and it's basically the Horrible Histories people. You know that show?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But little bit Monty Pythonish. That's good film. Good film. And
it's all about Bill Clinton, or
no? It's about William Shakespeare.
Oh, Bill, the other Bill.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a kind of story about how there's a guy.
I'm just wondering how they would explain the dress to kids.
The dress.
Yeah, the blue dress.
Oh, you've lost me.
Okay, Bill Clinton. No. Doesn't matter.
No. You talking the cigar thing?
No.
Monica Lewinsky?
That's the one, yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
You've still lost me, but anyway.
Yeah.
And we watched... this is all repeats, by the way, that we've watched these films loads. Chicken Run. You know,
Mhm.
a million times.
With Mel Gibson.
Quite disappointing. Not Chicken Run. I'm talking about my chat right now.
Oh, right, okay.
And we watched Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh,
Edge of Tomorrow.
How many times have you seen that now?
Oh God, he loves that. Loves that film.
It's a good movie.
And Matrix. Oh, and got Danny the Scott Pilgrim books as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Sweet.
So he's been loving it. That's his favourite film just now. Scott Pilgrim.
Did you notice the Loonies and Toonies when everyone explodes?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Should watch it.
Good film, and it's so close to the graphic novel. And obviously we watched.
So close to Toronto.
We watched. Well, it is.
It's filmed
and
in
it's
Toronto.
the captain, the illustrator, writers, the Canadian.
Actually, there's a new standards of accountability. There is a new movie coming out called Turning Red, which is from the director of Bow, which was I think it might have been set in San Francisco, but she's going back to her roots. Yeah, she's going back to her roots, and Turning Red is set in Toronto, or Toronto, as they say around here.
Oh, that's good.
Which is interesting. Yeah, so basically she becomes one of my favorite creatures, which is a big red panda.
Yeah,
but red pandas themselves are little tiny things. And have you seen them when they get attacked? Red pandas. So red pandas walk about on all fours like a cat. They're like a big furry cat. And when they're like that size. They're like the size of raccoons or badgers or something like that, right? Yeah. But they're called red pandas. The other name for them is Firefox, the browser.
Oh, okay.
So the browser on the Firefox and that is a red panda. Anyway, so when they get attacked, they go up on their two rear legs and they go like that to you, and they're adorable. They're supposed to look terrifying. You go, oh,
not too cute, man.
Yeah, they're really cute. I love red tigers. Red pandas. Red tigers. That's me thinking.
But the one in the Pixar cartoon is big.
It's massive. Yeah, it's like Clifford the Red Dog, big red dog type.
Which is coming out as well.
Yes, which is also coming out. Yeah, with your pal. Your pal's in
Jack Whitehall.
That's right.
My pal.
It's not my pal either. I'm not a fan. He's not as funny as his dad.
I don't like those shows. The dad thing. Do you know who first started them? Those travels with my dad. As I take you to travel with me because my cat is wanting.
He's wanting out. There's Jack.
Hey, Jackie boy. There you go. Yes.
But he didn't want out. He went back in about 2 minutes.
He probably will. He does. It's so annoying. He does that all the time.
Cats.
Yeah. So there you go. I saw him going to the door there, and I'm like, timing.
So who started all those travels with my dad things?
It was. Do you remember the Adam and Joe show?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, vaguely remember.
They took him to Ibiza and took him to Glastonbury. Mad Dad. It was a section in the show. Mad Dad. He started that, and now
everybody's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not impressed. Did you watch Loki?
I'm not impressed. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I did. I've been dying to talk about this.
You weren't impressed with it. I gather.
I was.
By the way,
less than impressed.
We're actually doing so if you want to hit the subscribe and notification bell, subscribe button, notification bell, you'll get 10 rounds when we put a new video up, which of course is including our reaction video, which is out tomorrow, 5 p.m. EDT with James, and 10 p.m. British summertime. So yeah, check us out tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time. Continue.
Yeah, I was less than impressed.
Really?
And I was also surprised that people accepted it. as a finale.
It's not season 8 of Game of Thrones, Jody.
It was. I'll tell you what, right? For me, right, a finale should be
final.
What episode 5 was. Interest, action, and stuff.
What do you think they should have ended the show as they went into the cloud, and then that would have led into season 2?
Yeah, but what they actually did was just had tons of just explaining what was happening, which was fine. It tied up everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with the way it tied everything up.
Yeah.
But by God, there must be a more interesting way of doing it. I actually I liked the season, right, and as a whole, and I liked what the ideas were. But for me, the director did not do it good. You got a good job. No chance.
Really?
No chance. No.
But
people sitting about talking at a table is boring. Actually, shit. We were like that, sitting watching it, going, and I was like, this is boring. It is boring. There must be a better way of doing it than the way they did it.
Walking along a corridor and talking, sitting in a spaceship and talking.
Aye, exactly that.
Mr.
Exposition should be done while something else is happening.
I mean, I take your point. I mean,
and plus it was a finale.
One of the big lines. One of the big lines in Star Wars that I cannot stand is from my perspective, it's the Jedi who are evil. It's like, how can I convey that he thinks the Jedi are evil? It's like it's this laziness of writing. It's like let's not show it.
I actually don't think it was the lazy
film.
Yeah, but for me, that episode wasn't the laziness of writing. It was the direction was crap. I disagree. I liked the episode, and here's my reasoning why. Oh. Well, here's my reasoning why is that Loki thing is the best season of Doctor Who I've ever seen. We said that.
It's fantastic. If that
not
was
just you and I have said it, but we said that here as well.
If that was a season of Doctor Who, I would have been so happy with the direction of the franchise. Mm-hmm. Like, not whatever the hell it is, or this thing where it's just this constant nipping away at the audience, going, "Oh, you lot, we're defenseless. Okay, we're not the ones that can fix things." This constant nipping away at people, like, "Oh, you're not doing it right." It's like, stop preaching to me. If we'd have got something like that, where it was like timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff all the way through it, not really knowing what's going on, and then find out it's little bits and pieces, it would have been fantastic. So I thought that the Loki season 1 was great. I didn't have a problem at all with the finale. I know what you're saying about the sitting around and talking thing, but just a shout out to Jonathan Majors, who played He Who Remains. I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought that kind of madness thing that he had going on was great. It was very kind of mastery, I thought.
I have no criticism about that acting or the script or anything. The direction for me.
Really?
That episode. Yeah, because how she could have done it in loads of different interesting ways than the way that instead of them just sitting about talking. It was just so boring.
Could have done more of the time jumpy things where it's like he moves around a bit, like make it a bit more dynamic for you. Like he could have gone up and I don't know, maybe it was in the library, and he could have gone up in like the top line of the library and then sort of expositioned there. That's easy for me.
Maybe they didn't have the budget or something, or maybe I don't know. But I just think the for me the direction failed that episode completely.
Really?
And that happened a couple of times for me in that season, and I think overall I really like the characters. I like the season, but look at the way that WandaVision was handled. You know, that drew you in, man. It was like totally brilliant. And for me, that's been so far. That's been the best one and then Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Loki. And the way I had it in my head, it was going to be Loki, Wanda, and then Falcon, Winter Soldier.
I
No.
I would like to have seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier season that we didn't get to see. I think that would have been a much better show than what we did get. Well, because of the coronavirus. Like we didn't get.
Okay.
Like, those lines were getting changed.
Yeah.
Characters were getting written out, but we had to put in this wee bit here, so there was like all these kind of like show them once, get rid of them, and it was all this kind of like just meh.
I just definitely think Loki could have been better, and I still, yeah, and and I'm not meaning that in the themes. I think the themes and things were fantastic, and like you say about the Doctor Who thing, we all said that in our family. Yeah. We're like, that was Doctor Who, you know?
Yeah, that was.
But no, and I thought the way they tied it up and stuff, and the script was great, but I just think the direction failed it completely. That last episode, yeah, and they should have flipped it. They should have that exposition, and then had the big. I don't know how they would have done that, but
I think this is this not the sort of the denouement, as they call it, the sort of the epilogue part of the movie.
That's what
like you had your big battle, and then you have your kind of calm at the end of it to sort of like reseat you, and then there's the wee kind of boop at the end that kind of gives you a kick, and the seat kicker at the end, where you're like, oh, like the whole bit where he goes back. Spoilers if you've never seen it. We're doing it again tomorrow, but he goes back, and Kang the Conqueror is the only TVA statue there. So the other three have gone, and it's just him, and Mobius and B15 don't know who he is. And that's like, what? Like that bit for me was like, I thought we didn't do Back to the Future rules, so I don't know what's happening with this. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I just think they could have set him up a bit better as well, made him a bit more. It was all done in the exposition, like you say, and there was no visual thing to show exactly how difficult he's going to be and how powerful he is.
I don't think it's him.
It's all just. Oh, you don't?
No,
it is him. He's been cast as Kang.
No,
he's been cast as Kang.
I know. But Loki with his lost hand was also cast as well, but that's not Loki. In fact, the Loki that we were watching isn't Loki. The Loki we're watching is a variant of Loki, because the one that we watched and grew up with in Ragnarok died or will die. So he's not Kang the Conqueror. He's just Kang. He's the good Kang that remained at the end and managed to keep everybody all in one piece.
Right. So you're saying that because
Sylvie killed him, he's no longer.
Saying he's the. Aye. So he's the kind of best version, nicest version.
Yes.
As the other ones are to still come.
Yeah.
But he's still going to be playing that character, though. You know that.
No, absolutely, yeah. And it's the same thing as Loki. Like Loki Tom Hiddleston has played every Loki that looks like Tom Hiddleston. But it's not always our Loki.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't like, let's not get help.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, actually, to watch it again with you. And
the time streams in a loop. I don't know if you noticed that. So it's almost like if you kill him now, when you start the loop again, then he's not going to be there at the start. He's going to be there in 3,000 years or whenever it is.
I love the concept.
So it's like,
I loved it. I love the concept of it all. And I don't know if it must have originated in the comics and stuff, but it's really heavy. It's really good. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But could have been done better.
Well, we'll see what you think.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 10 p.m. Did you watch The Bad Batch?
No. I had a busy weekend.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
No, I did. I was away out.
I watched the Bad Batch. I quite enjoyed it. It wasn't the best one that's been out there, but it was a nice wee episode. They're back in Ryloth with the Twi'leks. So yeah, it was good.
So kind of continuation of the previous one.
Last week's story, yeah. It was pretty good. They were helping what's her face at Hera, whatever her name is, the little kid.
Yeah, from Rebels.
From Rebels, yeah. I watched Rick and Morty.
I've heard that's getting a bit controversial.
It's getting a bit crap. I didn't like last week's episode. Oh, you don't understand it. Nah, I understood it. It was just I don't know. It was just being filthy for filthy's sake. And you know me, I don't like filthy for filthy's sake.
You just love
filthy. It's got to have a purpose. It's got to have a purpose. So I didn't like it. I watched Why Women Kill. Is my usual thing, and then on Netflix they've got this thing. Actually, they've got a new murder mystery thing set in Brazil, and it's about this woman who killed her husband and cut him up into small pieces.
I watched that.
Oh, did you watch it?
I watched that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it?
I think I spoke about that last week, but I couldn't remember the name of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it any good? Oh, did I ask you about the drone shot? I didn't even know.
I barely spoke about it, I think, last week. But go on, get into it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've added it to my list because it looked quite interesting.
Oh, you've not watched it?
No, I've not watched it yet. No. What I did watch though was okay. What I did watch though was How to Become a Tyrant, which is narrated by Peter Dinklage.
I know. I didn't realise that until the first episode finished.
Yeah, that's where I've heard that guy's voice from before.
And then once you know it, you can't.
That wizard came from the moon.
I love Peter Dinklage, man. He's fucking brilliant.
He's no Nathan Fillion.
Did I swear there?
You did, yes. Sorry. I can't blot it out.
Sorry.
Because we're live. It's okay. Don't do it again. And we watched Doctor Strange last night for funsies.
Brilliant. Love it.
They mentioned multiverse 4 times. Do you know what? It's I wouldn't say it's my favorite Marvel movie, Thor Ragnarok, but it's watchable. It's not. It's like somebody says, "What we're going to watch?" It's like, "Oh, let's watch this, that, and thing." Everyone shoots it down, and you say Doctor Strange. Everyone goes, "Okay."
Well, Doctor Strange in our house is one of the most heavily rotated movies here.
Oh, is it?
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Verse.
Oh, Ant-Man's pretty good as well.
And Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah. They're heavy rotation.
I watched Infinity War and Endgame 3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, they're okay. They're not Thor, right? But Thor's good in it though. I like
Ragnarok's
Big Lebowski. Yeah. Thor. Yeah.
Ragnarok's another heavy rotation in this house. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Ragnarok. And that's it. That's all we got. So, if you got this far, don't forget to hit the old like button and share. Don't forget to comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're listening to it in a podcast, hello. And give us 5 stars on iTunes. That'd be great. Thank you. And if you'd like timely reminders of when we put up a new video on YouTube, then hit the old subscribe button, notification bell, and YouTube will work its wonderful algorithms and tell you exactly when we put up a new video, which is Sundays and Mondays. And that's it. That's the podcast. Jody, you want to add anything else?
Sorry for swearing, and thanks for listening and watching.
Yes, thank you. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.